Yes, students, in previous class we have discussed about what is advertising, what are the different types of advertising, and how why the advertising management is very important. All these we have understood in our previous class. Today we are going to discuss about the various media also we have discussed in our previous class. Now today, how preparing a media plan, we will discuss how to prepare a media plan. Okay. So what is a media plan? A media plan refers to a sequence of activities required in an effort to deliver the ad message to a large target audience in an effective manner at low cost. Okay. So it is a plan which contains details of usage of media and how to decide our advertising campaign, including campaign cost, running dates, market, reach, frequency, and strategies. So all these we will be going to discuss in the media plan. So how the media planning process actually will take place. First, what is that the organizations or the company or the advertising agency make an market analysis and they will identify their target market. Who is their target market? Suppose if you are a producer of making beauty cream, so and that is for woman beauty cream. For example, if you take the Pond's company, Pond team, their target market is women who are above 18 years to 40 to 45 years of age will use their product. So they have to design a plan, they have to make an analysis, and they have to identify the market, target market. And then they have to set the media objective. Okay, setting media objective. Okay, so to whom should we advertise it? Where to advertise, when to advertise, and how to advertise. Means whom, where, when, and how. So on basis of these factors, we will decide the media objectives. So media objectives describe what the media plan has to accomplish. Okay, so it outlines the blueprint or it outlines the goals uh, to be achieved through the advertising media. So mainly how the media objectives will be specified through market coverage and by reaching market coverage goals, and also reaching the audience, means how audience exposure goals. So setting media objectives will answer many questions. First, to whom should we advertise? I just now told you with the example of Pond Stream. It spells out the target audience for their advertising campaign. It will be creating an idea for the. Is my voice is audible? Hello. Uh, how they is anyone there who can assist me whether I am audible or not? BRAOU Hyderabad, please respond on this. Is I am audible? హలో వినిపిస్తుందా నేను చెప్పేది? Okay. So to whom we should advertise, it spells out the target audience of their advertising campaign. It will be creating an idea for whom they will create the messages and concerned about finding the channels and making various decisions that match your goal. Means your target audience, whom you are intended to deemed as an audience, or who will be your customers, future customers. So all this will be decided and way to advertise. Okay, it states the market priority in media objectives. Okay, Here, the planners, the advertisers has to decide where they have to advertise. Okay, in the market, either the existing market or a new market. Here we need to understand where to advertise. So it states the market priority in various objectives. So here planners has to decide where they have to advertise their advertise their products. Okay. So here, either the existing market or a new market. Example, if they want to create their product brand awareness, so already they have existed in the market. So that is different marketing strategy. And whether their product is new in the market, if it is entry level in the market, so what kind of strategies they need to decide and where to advertise, they need to decide here.
And then third one is designing media strategy. So after setting main objectives, media planners determine the media strategy to achieve those objectives. So media planners make the following very crucial decisions where they have to understand the media mix, target market coverage, and reach and frequency and scheduling. Okay. So here media makes a wide variety of media and media vehicles are available to advertise to advertise their products through which media they are going to advertise their products. So these the objective sort and characteristics of service, the size of the budget will be decided, and the individual preferences are some of the important factors that determine what combination media will be used by employing a media mix. Okay, here versatility of the media also can be used. For example, if you see the Lalita Jewelers ad, when they are new into the market, what they totally traffic jam all the media vehicles. They are on the radio, they are on the digital media, they are on the TV, they are wherever they are not. Okay, everywhere they use a strategy to advertise their product, and it is also huge success also they got. So these kind of how to decide the media mix where you can advertise your product is very important. And then next one is target market coverage. So the media planners determine which market should receive the most media focus, developing media strategies. Okay, here it involves matching the most appropriate media to this market. But what the issue will be here to get coverage of the market. Okay, so the optimal goal of full market coverage, the second is left, but this is very optimistic scenario. Definitely we have means geographical coverage, we have to look after grp and trp, how many people are watching the same channels, or they are skipping our advertising and scheduling. These all will be strategically uh, taken decision, and then they have to evaluate and follow up also. So the next would be, means there are various steps in that, we have to decide in step one. If we talk about the how to prepare a media plan, actually we should first of all, what we should do is we have to define the objectives. Means what kind of objectives you are going to decide. It is campaign goal. Okay, first clearly you the advertisers or advertising agencies should clearly define the campaign objectives. For example, increasing brand awareness or generating leads, or whether they want to drive their sales. So they have to decide on what context, on what they want to do with their product, what they want for their organization, whether they want to create the awareness of the brand, or whether they want to generate the leads, and or they want to increase their sales. Okay, then in next step, what they have to do is they need to conduct a situation analysis. Analysis comprises of market analysis, customer analysis, and product analysis. Here, what they have to do is they have to conduct a market analysis. They have to research the market, including competitors, industry trends, and the market size, what the size would be of the market, and what will be their share in the market. And after promoting of the product, uh, after the promotion of the product, what how their size would be increasing, means they have to decide their hypothesis here, and they need to go, means what will be the change, whether there will be any change, or there will be no change after promoting. So through that they have to conduct a thorough market analysis. And the next one is customer analysis. They need to analyze customer behavior. They need to understand their preferences and their pain points. Pain points means when they are buying, how much they are buying, how frequently they are buying. Is there any means any particular time when they are buying, doing shopping most, like that we have to understand the customer behavior. And this is when understanding all these are called as customer analysis. Means total a critical analysis, total analysis, the advertisers or the organizations has to do. Then product and service analysis. So here they have to evaluate their product or service which has to be being promoted. Okay, so evaluating product or service being promoted are here very important. Then when these three analysis, market analysis, customer analysis, product and service analysis will be completed, then it is second step has been completed. Then the third one, determine the media budget. Okay, so budget allocation, how much budget is required, how much budget the company is able to allocate for media planning, and considering factors like campaign goals, target audience, and market conditions are very important. Understanding these things and allocating budget is makes us to take a proper decision making while allocating the budget. So here means how much budget for campaigns, what budget we are going to uh, uh, decide for the targeting audiences, and what are the various market conditions also we need to explore. And then how to distribute the budget distribution. Okay, distributing the budget across various media channels, and like television, or whether we are going to uh, advertise on television, radio, digital media, print media, or outdoor media, All these we need to focus, and we have to decide our budget. Then, after deciding how much budget we can able to allocate for the media, then we need to go with the selecting media channel. Okay, here selection of media channel. So here, while selecting the media channel, we have to go with the various options. What are those options? Evaluate various media channels like reach, frequency, impact, and the cost. So these are the four important things where we have to decide which media is suitable for our product promotion. So selecting the most effective media channel is very important here to achieve our marketing goals. Now then we have to decide for the media strategy. So here, media strategy is also very important. Which type of media actually we are going to select, and then whether are going to promote our products on single media vehicle or media mix, means different on different media channels. We are going to promote our product. So here, this is called as developing a media strategy. So in media mix, determining the optimal media mix and considering the factors like audience reach, frequency, and how much the advertising is impacting on them. All these we will understand in media mix. And then media scheduling. If we talk about the media scheduling, the time decision when to advertise, the duration, okay, the space decision how much to advertise each time, and the frequency of the ads, okay, immediately in ads, how frequent your ad are displayed. And then it is whether it is consumer usable, durable, or industrial. The nature of the product is also very important. If consumer usable, or is that your product is, if it is consumer usable, you can promote your product where the most of the consumers are watching television. Okay, how much it can be reached. Then the nature of sales also, whether it is seasonal ice creams or seasonal regular sales as groceries, fast moving FMCG products, fast moving consumer durables, and the product life cycle also, whether the product introduction is in growth stage, or introduction stage, or maturity stage, or declining stage. So these all stages will also help us to understand about media scheduling. And the pattern of competitors program. Okay, the pattern of competitors program is also very important. How the competitors are moving, we need to understand their moves in the market. And then the entry of the new competitors in the market is also we have to understand, because whenever the entry of the new market take place, new products takes place, definitely they come up with a low price and giving more perks to the customers, like free samples, one plus one, with less price. So there is a chance of the customer moving switch to the other brand also. So this is also very important. We need to understand the new competitors in the market, and what are their moves. And we have to analyze the consumer analysis, their behavior also. If any new product is entering into the market, the customer is loyal to us, or whether he is switching to the other brand is also coming to know, is also very important. And the availability of funds for advertising and marketing campaigning, it is also very key to understand. Other than the classical scheduling or mainly means known as continuity, fighting, and pulsing. So here, what is continuity scheduling? Scheduling it spreads media spending even across given time period. Okay, months, weeks, or days. Okay, so typically here the non-seasonal products are products which is purchased regularly. Advertising runs steadily with little variation over the campaign period. Okay. So next, fight scheduling. So it involves intermittent and irregular period of advertising, alternating with shorter periods of no advertising at all. Company with seasonal, cyclical, or infrequently purchased product follows such scheduling. Company with a limited fund prefers to advertise during a specific season only. Then what is here? Pulse. Pulse means it is a combination of flight scheduling and continuity scheduling. Okay. Means here that combines the continuity and flight scheduling methods so that advertising maintains a low level across all month but spends more in the peak selling period, peak selling months. Okay. So products categories such as stationery products, during school season, most people will buy stationery and deodorants, the ice creams, and then holiday in summer holidays. Uh, in this means when there is a peak season, they will understand the pulse of the customers and they will publish their ads on the various media channels. That is called pulse scheduling. Okay. Then macro scheduling. The macro scheduling involves allocating advertising expenditure and frequency in relation to season or broad picture of business. This cycle is supposed to 70 product sales occur between June. So the firms vary in its advertising expenditures and in also seasonal patterns. So the macro scheduling is how to schedule advertising in relation to seasonal and business cycle trends. And when we talk about the micro, okay, micro scheduling uh, problems concerns with allocating advertising expenditure and the frequency within a short period to obtain the maximum responses or impact. Okay. So in other words, we can simply say that the problem deals with how to distribute expenditure, advertising expenditure within a given time. Within a given time. Next one, measuring advertising effectiveness. So why first, what is advertising effectiveness we will understand. So advertising managers are spending a lot of money on advertising. So advertising, in simple words, we can say that advertising effectiveness refers to the degree to which an advertising campaign achieves its intended goals and objectives. It measures how the advertising is impacting on target audience, including their attitudes, perceptions, and behavior. So here, every advertiser is very much interested in evaluation of its effectiveness. So advertising take up task of evaluating the effectiveness of the advertising in order to know how far their advertising has reached the consumers, whether the money which they are spending on advertising is generating them enough returns, whether consumers act the way managers want them. All these can be understood by evaluating the advertising effectiveness. So, as we all know, the creation of advertisement is a very costly affair. The objective is to minimize the possibility of the costly mistakes in terms of poor advertising things. Here, testing of how advertising is done. Okay, the basic purpose of testing advertisement effectiveness is to avoid costly mistakes. So it will predict the relative strength of alternative advertising strategies. So here, as we understood, how costly is promoting advertising. So the advertiser take up the task of evaluating effectiveness, whether it is reaching to the customers or not, whether it is generating enough returns. So hence, to know all these things, testing of advertisement is done. So the basic purpose of testing advertisement effectiveness is to avoid costly mistakes, to predict the relative strength of the alternative advertising strategies, and to increase their efficiency. So why there is a need for advertising? Okay, so accountability. So in what kind of accountability here? To justify the money spent. Okay, with the increasing pressure on marketers to justify their advertising spend, measuring advertising effectiveness is crucial to demonstrate return on investment. And by optimization, means how it is optimized. By evaluating advertising effectiveness, marketers can identify areas for improvement, and optimize their campaigns and allocate their budget more efficiently. So here testing helps managers evaluate various advertising alternatives, and the more and choose the most effective one. Okay, so it can provide feedback regarding the purpose of various strategies, alternatives, and provide a basis for future planning. So, by evaluating advertising effectiveness, marketers can identify areas of improvement also here, and they can optimize their campaigns, and they can perfectly allocate their budget more efficiently. Okay, then third, if we are talking about the elimination of unproductive element, so here evaluation always, not only in advertising but in other areas also, evaluation increases the effectiveness of advertising. How it increases? It increases through eliminating unproductive elements and adding productive alternative, because we learn through lessons what we have made the mistakes in previous advertisement, and why it has not yielded the our assumptions, means our how what we have thought, and what results we got, means it can be the gaps can be eliminated, and we can redefine or remodify our advertisement for its proper usage and maximum utilization of its benefits, and reaching the large audiences. Okay, So here it avoids the costly mistakes because as we understood that advertising is a very big costly affair. Okay, so if promoting products is itself for companies spending a lot on it, but and it's always costly. So when we measure the effectiveness, we can avoid those costly mistakes. Okay, since here a lot of money is being spent on creating advertisements, and conducting effectiveness can help understand how well the money is being spent and help the advertisers to avoid costly mistakes. So the next one is to determine if the advertising campaign should be stopped or continued. Whether through advertisement we have reached our objective means already we have discussed creating brand awareness, or leading the leads, or getting the leads, or driving sales. So whatever the objective may be, how whether we have reached, whether we should continue our campaign, or the campaign should be stopped. Okay, then next one is evaluating alternative strategies. So every advertiser has several strategies so for their advertisement. So measuring effectiveness is designed to help the managers to determine whether strategies mostly likely to be effective or not. Okay, then increasing efficiency of advertising. So advertise in general. So here what it means, the message of ads must reach to the customers in the same way as they want. Okay, means for example, if you take in Tamil Nadu, Tamil language ads will be displayed in South Andhra side, Telugu, Telangana, and Andhra. If we go with the north side, means according to their understanding, their language, their preferences, we have to make the advertisement, and we have to present the advertisement on various media vehicles. So next one is determining its objectives are achieved. An evaluation of the ads will lead to understanding whether the objectives set have achieved or not. Okay. So here in order in it is what to test, when to test, where to test, how to test. These four things: what, where, how, and when. So we should understand what to test. So it is to determine which variable need to be measured. Okay, which will indicate the degree of advertising effectiveness. The primary criteria of ad effectiveness is increasing sales. So therefore, whether we have to what to test means whether we have to test the ad campaign has resulted in increased sales or not, or is to be found out. So an advertising as a whole cannot be tested. So as such, it has to be divided into three parts for the message: the media and the scheduling. So every part is then tested for the response of the customer. So what are the various factors which we have to test in what to test is the variables, source factors, message variables, media alternatives, and budgeting decisions. So these already we have discussed about all these four in previous previous lecture. So now I am uh, source factors. The source used for communicating here is very important. Which source through which the marketers, the audience are more watching or reaching. Okay, that source to be tested, and then message variables. Both the messages and means by which it is communicated are basis for the evaluation. Several factors regarding the message and its delivery may have an impact on its effectiveness, including the headline, illustration, text, layouts, and typography also. Then what is media alternative? Then the third would be The third factor would be media alternative. Media decisions here need to be evaluated. It has to be tested, which broadcast versus print or newspaper versus magazines or TV versus audio. So all these we need to be test and we need to decide here. Means what to test. And budgeting decisions affects budget size on advertising. Here, effectiveness and the effect of various expenditures on sales are required to be tested. So, when to test? Pre-testing, concurrent testing, and post-testing. So, pre-testing is done before the campaign is implemented. Okay. So, concurrenting testing is conducted while a campaigning is running in the marketplace. Post-testing is after campaign. So after the audience is exposed to the advertisement, post testing will be done. So when is related to the time or period in which we have to test. Means these are this can happen in three ways: pre-testing, concurrent testing, and post-testing. Then way to test: laboratory test or field test. Okay. So laboratory test are test performed at certain locations which are not real life locations where people will be exposed to advertising. The testers may ask questions to the respondents through various testing devices. Means the major advantage of this test is allowing measuring the isolated impact of advertising, and it gives the control to advertisers to test various elements. And the next one is field test. Field test are the test conducted under natural environment like home, shopping malls, movie theaters, etc. Here, field test take in account the effects of repetition, program content, and even the presence of competitive messages. So, under field test, the advertisements do not have any control. So, they may feel very difficult to isolate causes of viewers evaluation, and usually it takes lot of time and money to conduct these kind of tests. And then next one is how to test. So this part tests with specific tools and techniques used to evaluate the advertisement. While applying these testing methods, they have to follow some established criteria. And in US, ad agencies have endorsed some principles which are aiming the research process in preparing the testing ads. So these sets of 9 principles are called PACT, which is called as positioning, advertising, copy, testing. Okay. So copy testing defined as the research undertaken to decide whether an advertisement should run in the marketplace or to determine the single test. So here the 9 pack: positioning, advertising, copy, testing. Advertise then provides measurement to relevant to objectives of advertising. Here they require agreement on how results will be used. They provide multiple measures be based on a model of human response to communications and consider multiple versus single exposure to the stimulus, and requiring alternative executions to have same degree of finish, and providing control to avoid biasing effective the exposure context and take into account various considerations of sample definition and demonstrate reliability and valuability. Okay. These are the things we have to test in. There are methods are also of advertising effectiveness, survey and focus groups, gathering feedback from the target audience through surveys, focus groups, or interviews, and then experimenting and controlling groups, then data analytics, marketing mix, modeling, all these come under various media mix, and we to have some challenges in measuring this advertising effectiveness. The challenges like attribution modeling, which is difficulty in attributing conversations to specific advertising channels or campaigns, and then data quality and availability, limited access to accurate and reliable data, particularly in digital channels. Complexity of consumer behavior is also here. Difficulty in understanding the complexities of consumer behavior and decision making processes is also we have to take into consideration. Means it is also a challenge which we have to understand. Then means why complexity, we are talking about complexity of buyer consumer behavior means it changes. Okay, then rapidly the changing media landscape is also one of the challenges where people usually, means advertisers, advertising agencies, or advertisers uh, feel as challenge while measuring the media effectiveness, because the rapidly changing media landscape has constant evolution of media channels and platforms are making challenging to develop an effective media strategies. So, what are the best practices then? If we are talking about the challenges, means we have to talk about solutions also. Means solutions we may not get, but how to overcome, or how, what are the best practices earlier happen, that we need to understand. So here, setting clear objectives, it is one of the best practice. Establishing specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound objectives for the advertising campaign. Through this means setting clear objectives, it says that we should be smart, smart uh, with specific, establishing specific objective. We should be very smart. Then we should be measurable. Those objectives should be measurable, and the setting the objectives which we have set, that should be achievable and relevant, and it should be completed in time bound. That is called smart. Okay, specific. Our objectives should be specific, it should be measurable, it should be achievable, it should be relevant, and it should be time bound. So when smartly we will set our objectives, definitely it will be a best practice for easy and making measuring advertising effectiveness. Then choosing relevant metrics, selecting metrics that align with the campaign objectives are and target audience is important here. We have to choose here relevant metrics. Okay, we have to select the campaign objectives, and we have to properly select the target audiences. Then use multiple measurement methods. Okay, employing a combination of measurement methods will provide a comprehensive understanding of media effectiveness. And then the fourth would be continuously we have to monitor and we have to optimize. So regularly review campaign performance, identify areas for improvement, and make data driven decisions to optimize the campaign. So by understanding, by practicing these best practices, we can avoid difficulties in measuring media effectiveness. So the time is up. By today I'm going to end here only. Thank you.